No, I'm glad you came out, man. I'm glad you came out. You made the right choice to see live comedy. And that is amazing because each comedian is different, you know, so you don't know what you're going to get. And I think that's like life. Life is full of surprises. Like, here's a surprise. Did you know you could get a lesbian haircut by accident? I didn't know. That's something that could happen if you're not careful. Now look, I don't want anyone thinking I have an issue with lesbians. That could be farther from the truth. Love is love, love whoever you want. I guess it bothers me because, I don't know, I guess I always pictured myself as more of an exotic lipstick lesbian and less of a stud softball coach lesbian. But I guess the guys at the Dominican barber shop made that decision for me. I was very specific when I went in there. I'm like, hey man, don't make it too tight on this. Hey, I got you, puppy. Don't worry, papa. I got you, puppy. Don't worry, papa. There's three. I got you, puppies. Where I come from, that is a verbal contract, all right? So you can imagine my shock and surprise where after 20 minutes he turns the chair around. I look like Ellen DeGeneres. I gotta wait 3 weeks to start over again. You know what it is? Sometimes I'm peculiar about my looks because I grew up, people think I'm white. I'm actually half Latino. That is, I don't have any jokes about it, but that matters in comedy now. Because the way you react to the rest of these jokes is directly affected by my ethnicity. Because I'm not gonna sit up here and get a white man 5 when I could get a Latino 8, all right? Latino 8 is always better than a white man 5. No, because sometimes people don't know that I'm Latino. They think I'm white. They just assume I'm white. And I feel like that's going to create a lot of uncomfortable situations during the race war. Oh, it's still happening. This summer after Coachella. Check your emails. It's going down. I just feel like there's going to be an uncomfortable situation where there's a group of black people trying to get their justice on the white man, and they have me cornered. And that's when I have to amp up my ethnicity to prove that I'm not white. You know, like, mi hermanos, please! Why are we fighting each other? When we could be working as one to fight the real enemy, El Diablo Blanco. I feel like that's how it's gonna go, right? Last couple of years was not a great time to be Latino. And Trump in office. Here's how I knew we were in trouble. The first campaign speech Trump made, I knew we were in trouble. Because he did a thing that only really racist people do. He only used the foreign language to be racist. It's very subtle, but it's in all the speeches. Like Mexico, they're sending their worst people. Okay? A lot of murderers, a lot of rapists, a lot of bad hombres. The situation is very bad, no bueno. Which is why we have to move very quickly, and we cannot afford to go despacito. Chimichanga, Jennifer Lopez, or Taco Bell. That's how it works. I'm dating now. I say dating, but I've been with the same girl for about 4 years now. Is that still dating, technically, right? If it's one person that you've been with? I don't know, like if we moved in together, are we still just dating, you know? We have 3 kids. I don't like labels. I mean, I move at my pace, all right? Nah, we don't have kids, but we did move in together. That's a big step, you know. I really love her. I just hate being in a relationship. Does that make sense? Like, I love her a lot. I just feel like there's a lot of rules in relationships, and as a guy, I feel like I never know the rules. But then I realize women don't know the rules either. They just figure them out 5 minutes before you do, and that they're furious that you don't also know. Like, here's something that happened that I didn't see coming at all. One time, I bought a sandwich by myself, and it was a problem. That's it. That's the whole story. That's all I did. I ate a sandwich by myself. Then I proceeded to continue doing whatever I was doing, running errands for another couple hours. I came home. She found the receipt and was livid that I didn't get her a sandwich as well. Right? And I had no idea. I have no clue. Why would I? I had been eating sandwiches for 3 decades without incident. Why would I ever suspect that there's an issue? That she's upset, right? But here's the thing. She does this thing. She doesn't come out and tell me she's upset. what she does this thing where she pretends to have a regular conversation, when in actuality what she's doing is gathering up information for the trial that's about to happen. But because I have no idea, I'm just answering way too many questions. I'm like one of those suspects being questioned by the police where I should just shut up and get a lawyer. You know, she's like, hey, I found this receipt. I'm like, oh, that's the receipt for that sandwich I had this afternoon. That was a great sandwich. Oh my God, I think I have a picture of myself eating the sandwich. Do you want to see? Should I airdrop this to you? Is that more convenient? No clue. Now that right there, that is enough for her to convict. That's all she needs. But like any good detective, she wants as much information as possible. She doesn't want any mistakes at the trial. So she's got to get more info, so she plays it completely cool. Like, hey, I'm glad you liked that sandwich. I'm glad you had a good sandwich. That's great. It's just, I'm sorry, it's just one thing that I can't get past me. I noticed that you mentioned there was one receipt for one sandwich, and yet there's two people that live in this apartment. By my math, that would make you short one sandwich. What happened to that other sandwich? And I'm like, well, there's a simple explanation for that. You weren't there, so I didn't think about getting you one. She's like, oh, so you don't think of me when I'm not around. I'm like, oh, is this an argument? This is an argument. Oh, man, here's 3 days of my life I'm never going to get back. Oh, is it too late to get a lawyer? It's too late. It's way too late. Doesn't matter. It's not a real court because here the judge and prosecutor are the same person. So now we're in an argument. We are in an argument. But we're a very progressive couple, right? So we do that very therapeutic style of arguing, very modern way of dealing with problems. So we don't want it to get heated or too aggressive, right? So she has to go, listen, I understand that you think it's just a sandwich, okay? I hear that you think it's just a sandwich. I hear what you're saying. But I need you to understand that when you don't also get me a sandwich, it makes me feel like you're not thinking about me, and that makes me feel like you don't love me. So I have to go, I hear you. I hear what you're saying. It's just that when you say things like that, it makes me feel like you're out of your mind. What are you talking about? It's just a sandwich. But of course, we've reached a compromise, and now I just don't eat sandwiches. That's the, I just don't do it. That's how it is. At least that's what I tell her. I still eat sandwiches, now I do it completely differently. Now, here's how I eat a sandwich now. I buy the sandwich, I eat it quickly and furiously without enjoying it. And I spent the rest of the car ride home covering myself with cologne and breath mints. Right before I get to the house, I pull over to a gas station, I grab the wrapper and the receipt, I tie it up and I throw it in the garbage. Then I take the car, I set it on fire, I shove it into a ravine, then I hitchhike to a new town and start all over again because I love her.